All right, guys, we've been kind of working with rounding of whole numbers lately using who's the boss strategy. And that strategy will work with the lazy and mean boss every single time. But there is a type of problem that can be a little bit challenging. And that is when you are trying to round a number when you want to give the boss a raise and that boss is a 9. Now this poses a problem because when you give a 9 a raise, he becomes a 10. And this is the only time when we're turning a 1-digit number into a 2-digit number. And we know that we're not allowed to park 2 cars in one parking spot or else we have a crash. So we're going to go over 2 quick examples on how to do this. First things first, we need to talk to the text. The action that we're going to be doing is we're going to be rounding this number, and we are going to be rounding this number to the nearest 10. And so my first job is to find who's the boss. So obviously you can see here that this is a whole number, so this is the ones place here, which would make the boss the 9. Now when we look at this a little bit, we can see here ones, tens, and hundreds. When we're rounding this to the nearest 10, like we already decided we needed to, our boss becomes the 9. And when we give all the work to the right-hand man, which in this case is the 6, because our boss is lazy, that 9 does become a 10. Now, when I try and just turn that 9 into a 10, I end up trying to put 2 cars in one parking spot. And we know that we're not allowed to do that. So we have to have a solution for that. And that solution is going to come for the same idea of when we do addition. Let's say I have the addition problem 19 plus 13. We learned a long time ago that when we're adding, we're going to start here in the ones column, and 9 plus 3 is 12. And we knew that we're never allowed to put both digits down here. So you learn that you're going to put the 2 here from the 12, and you're going to carry the 1 next door to the next place value. So we need to do the same thing here. When we are going to be turning a 1-digit number into a 2-digit number, like 10, we're going to put the 0 down in the same place value, and we're going to carry the 1 next door. So the rest of rounding works the exact same. After the boss is lazy, he's going to turn to everybody underneath him, and he's going to tell them that you are fired. And obviously, a boss is not allowed to fire their own boss. And up until now, the old bosses have always just stayed the same. But now we have to make sure that we account for that 1 that we added. So that 8 is really now going to be rewritten as a 9. So rounding 896 to the nearest 10 is 900. To show you on a bigger scale, if we are going to round this one, so we know we're going to use who's the boss, to the nearest 1,000. Well, I need to find the boss. In this case, the digit in the thousands place is a 9, and he's going to hand all of his work over to the right-hand man. In this case, it's a 5. 5 and above, give it a shove, so we are definitely going to give that 9 a raise. Again, we cannot turn a 1-digit number into 2 digits in the same parking spot. We can't do that. So that 9 does turn to a 10, so we're going to put the 0 down, and we're going to carry the 1 next door. And I'll address that in a moment. Before I need to do that, I need to make sure that all of the people underneath the boss get fired, even our awesome right-hand man. So one by one, I'm going to fire each digit and fill those place values in with zeros. And then the boss is going to look up at all the people above him. Now, normally that 0 would stay the same, but we need to give it that 1 extra. So that 0 is going to become a 1, because 1 plus 0 is 1. The 6 stays the exact same, and the 4 stays the exact same. When I throw my commas in, I can see that 4,610,000 is close to or around 4,609,502. So maybe now you are more equipped to try number 12 on the roll it activity. Good luck.